we invite you to relax, pull up a chair, as the Joybark channel proudly presents your video. Funding for Joey Bark is brought to you by nobody. I'm broke. Ratatouille has always been my favorite Pixar movie, but I feel like it's largely underappreciated, overshadowed by other Pixar movies like Bug's Life and the first 10 minutes of Up. However, now that Shafrillis Productions has made an hour-long video praising it, and that video has reached 1 million views, I guarantee people will start appreciating Ratatouille more. Also, the main theme became a meme on TikTok, and I hate it now.
Disgusting!
Congratulations, TikTok! You've ruined... But there was one part of Shafrillis' video that I found especially intriguing when he's describing the villain of the movie, Chef Skinner. Here, have a look.
Skinner is presented as a greedy, money-grubbing opportunist who completely lacks any artistic integrity, opting instead to exploit the image of his famous deceased friend. He's a big ol' sellout, except it's worse because he's not even selling out with his own image. He's using a dead man's image to further his frozen food business pursuits. He's honestly way more evil than I ever gave him credit for as a kid, and the fact that Brad Bird snuck this under our 9-year-old noses is such a testament to how much better his movies are for adults than they are for kids.
Wait a minute. Greedy, no artistic integrity, exploiting the image of his deceased friend? Oh my god, Chef Skinner is Disney! But before I go into that, I want to talk about that Brad Bird guy that Shafrillis mentioned. Now, Brad Bird is a director at Pixar. He made The Incredibles and he made Ratatouille. His animated movies stand out because, as Shafrillis said, they are made for adults first and kids second. His movies are much more nuanced and character-driven than other Pixar films. And if you want to learn more about his style, go watch Shafrillis' video. He explains it perfectly. So you can imagine that Bird does not agree with the Disney company's narrow-minded view of animated movies. Disney believes that animated movies exist to sell toys and keep kids entertained for about 2 hours. And yes, while Disney has made some great animated movies in the past, they're all pretty simplistic. Their plots follow along the lines of character wants thing. Character goes on a journey and learns a lesson, and in the end, gets said thing and lives happily ever after. But just like Chef Skinner, there is one thing that Disney cares about more than anything else. And I think you already know what that is.
Money, money matters most. Money, money I can boast. Money, money make a toast to money, money, money.
Disney wanted their animated movies to be as marketable and kid-friendly as possible. Whereas Pixar was really more of a tech company than a movie studio.
It seems to me to be a perfect fusion of kind of the Hollywood mindset, but the Silicon Valley mindset as well.
Anyway, back to Skinner. There's a point near the beginning of the movie when a customer asks the waiter, played by John Ratzenberger,
Wait a minute here. They're just using the same actor over and over.
what is new on the menu. And upon hearing this, Skinner's first instinct is to reuse an old recipe from Gusteau.
This is simple. Just pull out an old Gusteau recipe, something we haven't made in a while.
Instead of coming up with something original, Skinner opts to remake something from the past, no matter how bad the original recipe was. Let me say that again. Instead of giving the customer something that is actually new, Skinner wants to remake an old recipe, no matter how awful the original was. Course by course, one by one, till you shout, "Enough! I'm done!" Anyway, you've probably figured this out by now, but But if Skinner represents Disney the company, then Gusteau represents Disney, the guy. There are several obvious parallels between Walt and Gusteau, but I think the one that Brad Bird stressed the hardest is Gusteau's famous catchphrase, just keep swimming. Oh, no, keep moving forward. No, it's not that either. Oh god, what is it?
Anyone can cook.
Right, yeah, that. And Walt Disney actually has a similar famous quote. If you look closely, it is written in Hebrew on my talus. If you can dream it, you can do it. Means pretty much the same thing as anyone can cook. And finally, I believe Remy is meant to represent Pixar itself. A studio that stays true to Walt Disney's ideas, that pushes the technological boundaries in pursuit of creativity and original storytelling. Or at least that's what it was before they...
Money, money, all stay true. Money, money, just us two. Money, money, I love you. Money, money.
Yep, you hate to see it. In the end, Pixar succumbed to the Chef Skinner ideology, and they've never been more profitable. Ironically, with the release of Incredibles 2, Brad Bird himself became the very thing he swore to destroy.
All I wish somebody thought it would do.